Alright. So, Stomach Pao. It's the blue team versus the hot team. The cool team versus the hot team. Good luck, have fun, guys. Alrighty then, we are watching the game. We have Mr. Slow Mage in blue playing the Stormweaver Orcs. He's starting over there, and his partner is Mr. Paolo in green playing the Bleeding Hollow Horde over there. And against them we have Nighttime and Madluster playing the Dalaran humans actually, on the bottom right, and Nighttime at the top left playing the orange, probably Burning Blade Orcs, but we don't have his vision yet, so we're gonna pay him a visit. Very quick. Yeah, you do have to use Alt to reselect your control group without deselecting the current action being selected. That's the idea, basically, behind multicasting. So, for example, if I do Control 1 for my my demon, and I selected this, you can see I do 1, I reselect my demon. Now, if I cast the attack action and I do 1, it doesn't matter, right? But if I had multiple mages, I do Alt 1 and I reselect. You hear the sound. You hear it, right? So it reselects my group. So, and that's when I do Alt 1 and I still have my action cast, right? So I don't know why you would want that, but you can multicast the attack ground. I mean the attack move, I suppose. You can multicast any action that way. It is Slow Mage and Pao versus Madluster and Nighttime. Nighttime, when it's getting late, he's playing worse and worse. So we're trying to make it a game for Slow Mage that is not too hard and not too frustrating, because having Nighttime playing like this, it can be quite frustrating. So especially when you're trying to not play too bad yourself. Slow Mage gonna be rushing here with the 1 Rax, adding the 2nd Rax just now that his blacksmith is done. So he's gonna have decent upgrades, but most importantly he's gonna have a decent number of guns and a decent eco. So the main thing is that's a late 2nd Rax for a better eco. On that side here we have only 1 Rax for Madluster. Madluster not rushing too hard, just going 1 Rax, and probably gonna have to hold a choke point, because if he's gonna face 2 Racks, that's gonna be quite dangerous for sure. This time Nighttime goes 2 Rack shot. Yeah, Nighttime is like this, you know, it's like this. It's gonna be hard trying now if he's with Madluster. Though he's adding a lumber mill, that's a mistake. Yep, mistake there. No point going 2 Racks if you're gonna go lumber mill. And keep that in your mind, guys, if you're watching the games a lot and you're wondering what you should do. If you go 2 Racks, that means you want to be able to produce from your 2 Racks all the time, right? You want your Racks to be producing units, otherwise it's just gold sitting in your base and not doing anything. It's just a piece of wool, right? If your Racks is there just to sit there and do nothing, it's not going to be very worth it. So if you build a 2nd Racks, usually that means you want to be spending a lot of your money on extra grunts. If you don't use that 2nd Racks, it's just sitting money in your base, it's wasted money. So if you put a lumber mill, you probably are not going to be able to produce from your 2 Racks, and therefore the lumber mill is a mistake, or the 2nd Racks is a mistake. And yeah, obviously Nighttime not rushing as hard as he could have because of that lumber mill.
This far.
Slow Mage requesting help from Paolo to try and kill that farm. Obviously, the weak point of that wall is that farm. That Rax could also be killed quite easily, but the weakness is really the farm, because the farm can be repaired by 2 peons, but can be attacked by a lot more grounds. So it's very, very weak farm, and this one is even weaker. It can be repaired only by 1 peon, and will die quite fast to that attack. Now he can attack that farm, who can only be repaired by 1, and that wall is crushing like this, because he's always attacking the farm that can only be repaired by the least amount of peons. So this one is 1, and so it's gonna go down. This is probably a Gua tower.
The next
I hope
floor.
for nighttime, but it won't work. It won't matter anyway. Yeah, it's a quad tower, so it's better than a cannon here because the quad in close range is able to do its full damage, but it's still yeah. Slowmage is definitely getting his revenge a little bit. He's gonna be rushing Matlister as well here, but yeah. Strong rush from Paulo. It must be feeling very refreshing for Slowmage to have a strong rusher with him playing the game. They can definitely kill those grunts, but they have to be sticking those grunts on top of them and replacing them very fast, because that tower is gonna eventually die. Yeah, there you go. It's gonna die. Yeah, it's dying. There you go. And Madlister. Nighttime will fall. Madlister didn't rush very hard as well, and obviously he was also adding that lumber mill. And, and obviously the rush is going very, very well. You can see how many farms they got one by one, just crushing that wall and making it very, very hard for nighttime. Nighttime will survive with an Axor, but he loses that farm for sure. And that farm can be attacked by 4, but with the Axor behind, I doubt they really want to stick around. They did so much damage to nighttime this time that it probably will be good enough. Oh, hello, FBI Dev, welcome, man. This game is called Slowmage Revenge. Yeah, pretty much. That Rax cannot be repaired as well, and really cannot be defended very, very nicely with an Axor. It's gonna be trying to do its best, but yeah, Rax is gonna pull down. Now I would add. Oh my God, nighttime just going out. Big mistake. I thought that grunt was holding the ground. It wasn't, so now the grunts are inside, and that's going to be the end of nighttime. So nighttime getting doubled pretty roughly, probably asking himself what happened in his game, so that you know, it's what it is. On that side we have 4 peons repairing this, but the cannon tower is built. If you want to lure the shots of the cannon tower, it is common to try and pick one grunt and move him back and forth to try and waste as many shots from the cannon tower. That being said, you're not going to be able to do much more than just back and forth, and so it is it's not going to be easy. What is cool, if you have a partner with you and he doesn't have units, you can ask him to ally Madlister and have one grunt platform, so back and forth, so that you don't have to micro it, and that way a lot of shots from the cannon tower can be wasted. I've seen it happen in some games. It's not often you can do that, but when you can, it's super fun. So you have like basically your ally that just rushed with you and has like one grunt left with full life, and you have your army. He can ally the Madlister and start tanking the cannon tower by patrolling back and forth, and that's really, really fun when you can do that, of course. Nighttime is pretty much toast. I don't think it's worth it to spend too much on him though. I would keep those ogres and try to reach last as fast as possible, as to try and punish Madlister for turtling a little bit. And in they go. Yeah, nighttime had no chance. It's basically that. It's basically the end of the KT. And if you've been watching my stream, you know I'd rather players ask their teammate if it's okay if they leave. I don't really like when people leave without saying a word. So keep that in mind. If you play with me, try to ask nicely to your teammate if that's okay for you to leave, and if they are okay with losing your vision and buildings, basically. Because that's what happens. When you leave the game, you leave your teammate alone. And in that case, I don't think Madlister cares, but you know what it is. Like, if your ally would care, it would kind of piss me off a little bit. I don't really enjoy when people leave without saying anything. It's better to ask. Doesn't cost much to write one line and make sure that your teammate is okay with that. That being said, Madlister heading to Knights and getting himself some juicy tech. See level 4 Knights over there against level 5 Ogres. That doesn't look too good. Numbers are also a little bit off. We have 4 racks, but they are not connected. He's chopping, making sure that happens. eventually is getting pressured on that top side. We don't have a ballista inside. If you're gonna power, I do recommend a ballista. It's better than the cannon tower. Okay, ballista, so much more useful, cost a lot less than the cannon tower. If you plan ahead of time to power, which didn't happen here, he had to have that defense up fast. The best option is the ballista, because it can defend multiple walls, it can move, and it does more damage. It's just the better option. Has more splash, so much better option. Paolo really not joking on this game. Like, he's been rushing, he has rushed so hard on nighttime, and now he's ogres, so. Oh wow. Paolo, my Padawan. My Padawan is performing very well. Madison need to help nighttime. Yeah. I don't know who started powering first. I think nighttime did, so it's rough. Madluster hitting slow mage. But I think Madluster will lose to Paolo. That's what my prognostic is. Don't panic. Yeah, my Padawan. My disciple. He's wasting his ogres before last. I don't like that. Yeah, I mean, I want him to stick around. I mean, he has so much. Like, he cannot continue living when he has so powerful hands. I don't like that exploder. He should have expanded over there, or he should have expanded over there. But this one is on the way for Madluster. It's easier for Madluster to get here than for him. Hence why I don't like it. It's literally in the middle of them two. So bad expo choice, but eventually with experience he's gonna choose better expansions. But it's been like 3 or 4 games I see him choose the worst expansion possible on the map. The worst would be here, right? That would be the worst expansion possible on the map. But this one is second close, right? I mean, there's this one, alright. This one is the worst. This is the worst expansion spot on the map. But this one is second close and this one is third. This is the third worst expansion. Madluster with the mages and Blizzard gonna be wreaking havoc on the peon line. Unfortunately. If he can't keep Madluster contained, he's gonna do great.
There's our mage at the main base in the wood line.
Oh, that's a lot. That's a lot of knights. He's panicking. The heartbeats of Paolo is like over 2,000 right now. The mines are very big, yes. Didn't have enough peons, but decent power spike, got lost. Just he's calling it, I think, but he did lose a lot of peons though. Nighttime left the game. It's on him. I mean, the game is won by Madluster, so if he wins, so. Madluster wins, it's kind of a Yeah, that's what it is. Game is still going on. It looks like Madison is in it to win it here. But it depends on his capacity to remake knights faster, and he's losing them to last overs. Stop hitting the hole. Right. You believe in the Master Mad Luster, Goblin? You want him to win? Such a hard game. Mad Luster on Twitch is Super Nintendo. I don't know if I already up shout outs while we are here, you know.
You're not mining, but there is a mage in the wood line.
So that's Mad Luster's Twitch account, if you didn't know. He streams sometimes speedruns of retro games, as well as being good at War 2. So it's pretty cool. Pretty cool stuff. Yes, I agree. But he needs to start making peons. And he needs to find out as well. It's over. Yeah. That's a lot of peon and a lot of watt hours. It's defended and it has a choke, so. He can run around the wood line the bottom side. And this is out of reach. This is 7 tiles of work on the quad tower. Ah, Paolo. Well, I do believe you still had a hand to play, but it was a rough one. It was a tough one. Good job indeed.